2025 has been the year of OGs, and let's just say we finna complete the set. Yes, sir. Juice gang, what it do? It's your boy D Got Juice, and we back with another bang, another early review. And today we have the French Blue 12s. You know, I'm gonna go and spoil it for y'all. I know y'all probably read the title and the description because that's why you clicked on this video. But we have them in the building. Shout out to my guys over there at Grill Central. You know, my boy Byron was looking out for me. He was like, man, I found this shoe, you know, in the back, man, you know, and it's your size. You know, he tipped me, man, because he hit me on Instagram and just sent me a story, you know, flipping through, you know, unboxing the shoe. And that's all he said. And I'm looking like, what size? He said 11. And I said, how much? I'm on the way. But actually, I did tell him, I said, them come out next week. I'm gonna use a, you know, a $20 coupon and get them on JD. I'm gonna be real with y'all. But I was like, nah, I gotta bring the Juice Gang family some early content so, you know, they can see if they rock with these or not. But it's definitely a dope shoe. I'll rock with it. I'm gonna bring it to y'all. Y'all let me know down in the comments what y'all think about it. But we got an early review on the French Blue 12, so I hope y'all enjoy this. Like I said, shout out to Byron, shout out to Grill Central, man. You know, a local shop in my area. But I'm not gonna talk your head off, but you can do your boy a favor. Can't do this without y'all. And every like, every comment, every sub helps the channel grow. And I appreciate y'all if you hit that button that's red, make it turn gray. Join Juice Gang family, tell a friend to sub up to your boy. And like I said, every like, share, and comment, man, definitely helps the channel grow. But without further ado, let's get into this Air Jordan 12 French Blues, because I feel like it's a dope colorway. And hey, man, the set is almost complete. Hey, right here we have the bag, and shout out to Grill Central. Y'all see it right there. Like I said, this is a dope bag, probably like one of the best bags that I have seen, you know, coming from a resale store. But you see, you got the bag right there, and they also gave me some goodies in the bag. Let me show y'all. They gave me this Grill Central t-shirt. When I come in the store, you know, going around the city, I can put on for them. But yeah, shout out to Grill Central, man. You know, I got a vintage. I think I put him on. He copped some early stuff in there before. Like I said, they're dope. Resale shop, dope people, great prices, so definitely check them out, man. But we came in for these Air Jordan 12s, and dang, shoe falling out the box, man. But yeah, man, right here we have the Air Jordan 12 French Blues in this box. As you can see, you don't get the jump, man, you get the Nike. You got the brown box. This is what the front of your box is gonna look like. And don't pay attention to that price tag, because your boy didn't pay that, you know. You know, my guys looked out for me, but these are a size 11. And it reads on the label, Air Jordan 12, white French blue. So, hey man, that's all you get on the front label, man. You know, pretty much straightforward to it. White and French blue on these. And on the back, it says engineered and built to the exact specifications of championship athletes from around the world. That is what the back of the box look like. I love this box. I love, you know, the 12 box. You know, I feel like it's dope. Especially when they put that Nike on it. And yeah, man, I'm a sucker for just Nike and Jordans, man. Just give you that retro feel. And on the front also, I gotta show y'all, it says just do it. But we didn't come in for the box, we came in for the shoes. QC stuff. You do not get a white and green sticker. I have looked inside the box before doing this video, but you do get this red lot number, and you get that what is that? It's like a stamp, but it's like a circle with, I think that's an F or whatever, and it's got a 07 in it. But make sure your pairs do have that on the lid, but these do not come with that white and green sticker. If it does, yeah. Right here you got the brown paper, and you can see this is a brand new pair. Ain't nobody really messed with this because the paper is still pristine in this. But on the count of 3, let's go look at these French Blues. So 1, 2, 3. But we got them French blue things, man. And the crazy thing about this shoe, y'all, is I had this shoe back in the day, so I know, you know, what these feel like. You know, I know what they look like on feet. I know what kind of fits I can put together with these. And this is a dope shoe, you know, especially knowing the history behind it and stuff like that, even though it's not, you know, an OG colorway. Yeah, these are fire, man. And you see I got the Grill Central tag right there. So shout out to them boys again, like I said, man. I don't know if they still have pairs of these. Maybe you can hit them up. you know, Instagram or call the store if you're in the Greenville, South Carolina area. But yes sir, definitely if you're in the Greenville area and they have an Anderson store, check them out. But let's put these to the side real quick and let's talk about the rest of the box. So not too much to go over, but you do get an extra sheet of white paper. So, you know, make sure if you're getting these from a reseller or anybody, make sure it does have that extra sheet of white paper. But yeah, pretty much it's brown and white paper on the inside. Make sure, you know, in that quality control that it does have that lot number and that stamp right there in the corner. But that is all with the box, you guys. Like I said, this is a pretty nice box. As you can see, my box is solid. Everything A1 over here. Like I said, I just love this Nike box that they give us with the 12s. But we didn't come in for the box, we came in for the shoes, man. So without further ado, let's talk about it. Hey, right here we have them, the Air Jordan 12 French Blues. And I gotta say, man, this one right here is one that, you know, I was waiting on. I'm just glad that I was able to get this early and I can get it out of the way. I will say, and I will go ahead and say this too, for sizing, if I did forget, shooter size on these, like I told y'all, it's a size 11, my personal size. I go shooter size in all my Air Jordan 12s. But also on the resale aspect, I know these are, you know, pretty much going around retail now. And, you know, a lot of, you know, colorways of, you know, Jordans beside the Steel 10s. I told you about those. But, you know, these I do think it's back to school. They may sell out, but I would not say go out here and spend early prices. You know, only reason I do this, y'all, is to bring y'all content and let y'all know what these shoes look like. But I will say I think these are gonna do pretty good because, you know, the hood love 12s. But yeah, this shoe right here, I definitely want to say go out the gate, you know, paying resale for it. But let's talk about the shoes so y'all can actually see if y'all do want to buy it. So let's see, we're gonna go with the left or the right. Okay, we'll go with the right. I don't know, man. I guess I'm kind of biased when it comes to left or right. I always go with the right. But yes sir, starting off with the bottom of the sneakers, you got that standard Air Jordan 12 traction. You can see right there, you got the Jumpman done in white leading up to the front of that toe. But you can see you got the 2-3 right there done in red. You got that fire traction. I did hear that 12s do have good, you know, feel on court when it comes to grip. And you got that carbon fiber. Let's go ahead and hit it. I don't know if I can hit it, but you got that carbon fiber right there done in that red and black. As you come up to the uppers of the shoe right there, as you can see, these are styled after a, you know, a boot. And I just love, you know, the French blue 12s. I just love 12s in general, you guys. But you can see right here, you have that French blue colorway. You have the Jumpman right there in that silver. And on the back right here, it's done in white. Now, as you come up to your mud guards, as you can see, like I said, it has the French blue on both sides, you guys. And leading up to the white leather on these, it is a pebbled leather, real soft. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much just standard Jordan 12 stuff, nothing spectacular with these. But you do get a nice white leather on these. You get white laces on these, and on the tongue, as you can see, you got the Jumpman right there in that French blue, and you got 2-3 running up the tongue. I feel like that's just a dope fire thing about Jordan 12. I just love that 2-3 on the shoe. Another thing, we're gonna look at the back of the shoe. That ass is so sexy on these. You know we gotta slap that ass, man. But as you can see right there, you got the 2-3 on the bottom. And on the back, it does say Jordan. It says quality inspired by the greatest player ever, with the Jumpman in that French blue square right there. So, you know, that's a fire ass on the back of the shoe right there, you guys. I love that. And another thing too about 12s, I know back in the day you could really tell, but if you can't put your finger through that back loop to help, you know, put your shoes on, yeah, you might want to fire your plug, man. But as you can see on the inside guts of the shoe, on the liner, it's white. So you definitely want to be careful with these, because, you know, with them dirty socks, man, they gonna turn brown, dingy, dirty colors, and you ain't gonna like it. On the inside, you're not gonna see, I'd probably put some B-roll in there, but you do have a red Jumpman, and you can see that the insole is done in that French blue. But yes sir, this is a fire shoe. Also, I do want to tell y'all that the ag lids right there, you know, with the Jumpman done in that, you know, silver colorway, they are not metal, they are once again plastic. So, you know what I'm saying, Jordan been cutting back on us, but you can't lie, man, it's a fire colorway. Definitely glad to have this one back in the collection. Now, I do want to say that the shape on these, a lot of people is not gonna like. It's very controversial, but, you know, people been saying this kind of got like that banana shape cherries. They took their time on it. You can see that shape is just A1 on these. But when it comes to the French blue, I was talking to my boy, and you know, I watched a couple of videos. I watched Jay Sneaky Got video. The shape on these, people saying they look weird. Also, that these are a darker shade French blue than 2016. But you already know with every retro, I tell y'all, bro, they gonna change something up on the shoe, and they gonna make it different. The Undefeated 4 just came out. They gotta change something. They gotta make it different. So people that had their grills can say that, hey, I got this era, you know, you got that era, and they can, you know, distinguish the eras between these shoes. But I can say this is a dope shoe. You know, Kobe Bryant wore this shoe when he was going through trying to find out who he was gonna sign with. You know, his little free agency with the sneakers. Also, Carmelo Anthony wore this shoe. So it's a dope shoe. I don't think Jordan ever wore this shoe, but it's definitely a dope colorway. You cannot go wrong with that French blue. I'm glad to have it in the collection. Like I said, I love 12s. And the collection is almost complete, you guys. So I'm gonna show y'all right here. Damn, let me get the other shoe. All right, so right here, let's stack them up. Real quick, let's stack them up. But y'all can see right here, might be a good thumbnail too. You can see right here, we have almost the pack complete. You got the French blues, you got the cherries, you got the playoffs, and then you got the flu games, man. So y'all let me know which one is y'all favorite. Like I said, these are some dope 12s, and I'm just glad to have these. Shout out to my guys over there at, oh shoot, Grill Central. And yeah, man, let's end the video off. Yes, sir, we got the French blue 12s, and I gotta say, this is a dope shoe. Like I said, this shoe is not an OG colorway, but it's fire. Kobe, Carmelo, Rip Hamilton. Yeah, Rip Hamilton wore these. A lot of great players wore this shoe, and I'm glad to say that I have in the collection. We only need one more. We need those taxi things, and I need 2 pair of them because that is that one. But right here, the French blue 12s, I gotta say, is a dope, sexy, fire shoe. And I'm glad that I have these finally back in the arsenal. You know, I saw my 2016 pair, and you know, I was kind of upset about that. But definitely, if you want these, you should be able to get them. Definitely, you know, you got your JD Sports app, you got Foot Locker, Hibbins. Everybody should be getting these. And you know what I'm saying, besides back to school being a factor, I would say I wouldn't pay too much resale on these. If you want them early, if you want to flex, like I said, if you do content like me, it's a go. But I feel like these gonna do pretty good. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of stuff has been sitting besides the Steel 10s, but you know, the hood love 12s, man. You know, people come out for these, so hey, we gonna see what happens with these. But I ain't gonna talk your head off. Like I said, we are on the Race to 4 game. I appreciate y'all subbing to the channel. You know, I'm nothing without y'all. Like I said, like, share, comment. You know, let me know what you think about these. Yeah, man, we finna get this stuff rolling. But I hope y'all appreciate the early view on these French blues. Like I said, I ain't gonna talk your head off. But until the next time, y'all know I cannot leave you without saying, gain and maintain. Never let nobody tell you what you can't do. Invest in yourself. Invest in your dreams. D got juice. To the next video. We out, man. Peace. Y'all stay blessed.